What if we taught you the difference between being respected instantly and being looked for? It came from actually 3 seconds from our first impression, from our first 3 second conversation. Imagine you're sitting in the classroom and the teachers entered and asked a question for the classroom. But from those of the class, two students know the answer, and the first one is he know the answer, but he really first read it. But the other one is really he know the answer and he writes the answer, his answers immediately. And what do you think really? All the teachers really trust him more and give it more chance, and another days give more opportunities for who and I leave the answer for you. And if you are really in the next few minutes, I'm gonna give you a practical psychology 3 second tips that really used by elite communicators that really command respect and earn attention. For example, imagine two CEOs imagine when CEOs into the room and the other ordinary person in the room. What do you really think about the difference? Really, the man actually is an ordinary person, first of all, but the CEOs is an CEO. Like, that's comparing you with this Elon Musk. When Elon Musk got a broad room and how people really respect and respond to him, and when you got into your room and you really frustrated. That's why I'm gonna really make this video for you, because if you are in the room or any conversation of the groups, and when you start to really express your ideas, or when you start really talking about something ideas, someone is really criticizing your ideas, then a lot of your friends, the rest of your friends follow your friends and support your friends instead of you. Or you are in job interviews, you really interviewed for a job, then you really answer the question with this word like maybe, or I think like this one, or similar words you use it, and the interviewer really gotta lose the interest from your conversation and he can really reject you. That's why I'm gonna really bring this video for you, because communication is really important for your life. Like, it's a necessary thing, because if you really make your communication better and attractive, you can really get a lot of opportunities whatever you enter. It can really make a lot of opportunities where you enter, because communication is so powerful, more than can really possible. So stay with me till by the end of this video. Really, you will learn about how you encourage your presence with authority and instantly, and how do you really describe your words or your voices with more fresh or more pure voices, and so on. Is you really learn about how you can make your confidence. So stay with me till the end, and if you are here on the YouTube so watching something meaningful, please subscribe our YouTube channel, because if you're not a subscribe today, you will subscribe one day. So we bring an educational and a communicational content. So if you're a man who wants to join, or who wants to watch like this content, really subscribe our YouTube channel. It got a lot of benefits. We bring a lot of communicational content from today, forever from today or from these days. So you really got a benefit and potencies for your real communication. So let's begin. But before that, we had to really know about this real conversation and this real communication, because at the time of which I really express our ideas, or at the time of which I really talking about something, we need to really identify something. We need to really emphasize more about it things. But a lot of people, they don't understand about it. So that's why I really make their communication so boring and so ignored by a lot of people. But if you really understand the foundation, you really make your communication attractive. So, for example, you are a teacher. Look like, for example, let's say you are a teacher and you are hired at one school, and you goes to the classroom for teaching, and you're telling to the students about your backgrounds, about your source and everything, from where you graduated, your department and everything. But within the first 3 seconds, within the first treatments are actually not treatments, but the first treatment is students are really will actually decide about you. Are you respected or ignored person for that you are? So that's why we need to really make our service our. That's why we need is really important to make our first 3 minutes is really important for have a good communication or for have a really conversation with the people. But a lot of people they didn't understand about it. But a lot of people they didn't know about it because they have a good conversation or communication with someone, then they met it to someone. But for example, or have you ever imagined this one when you meet someone for the first time, you don't have to that person anymore. But when you try to meet for the first one, and that person really think about you, are you respected? Are you really important for this job? Are you really truthful? So also similar with this issue. So we need to really understand about this before everything we can do it. So if you are upset with me, you really learn about it what I taught you in the previous time. So let's begin with the first one. The first one is really to have a good conversation or really to become a respected person. You need to really make your presence. You need to make really your body's attractive. That's why a lot of people really ignore you because your bodies feel like guilt, frustration, or anxiety. Because most successful people are, if you live like most really in business and everything, what you really look at them, they really have a good presence. Their bodies really look like so magnetic. Then they have really continue with the next communication person. But the first thing is they're really not about their body presence, because body presence is also matter than the other one. Because if you really matter your body presence so attractive, then the other things so nothing things. Because the most things you actually do the 90%. Because as studies shows the 90% of our communication is never. That means before you try to really speak it, people try to judge you. People try to judge your conversation, your communication, your everything. That means you are speaking without even when you're not speaking. That's why most people that really felt it. So if you really matter your body's attractive and really magnetic, then the other things are nothing, because you really matter yourself, you really matter your attractive or your best version of yourself. That's why we're gonna really matter this creative pattern. But if you went to really go to the gym and do the 10 push-up at home, then you make yourself, or you gotta really do the gym. Then after 3 minutes, after 6 minutes, you really see a huge result. But let me ask you a first question about really, how do you think really how long it take to build a respect, or is that it take a year to build it? But drop in the comments our Reddits and the next tips that completely make him respect you. Drive your voice completely in a clear and confident ways. For example, let me give you a real example. There are two people in a job or other work, and the first one is said about the work, the business felt something, and he said maybe we should try these things. But the other one is, I believe it, we try to really do it. We really have to apply these things. That is completely wrong. So which word is completely really magnetic and really confident voice? That's why a lot of people miss it in this part. If you really make your voice so confident, more attractive, you really get a lot of opportunities. You really get a lot of chance to really make it that so attractive, better than from today to tomorrow. Because you really immerse yourself with the language, you really immerse yourself about everything why you need to read it. So try to do these things for the last one and make you progress your journey so attractive in every day where you go to. So the last one is in this video, to have a good confidence and really to build good confidence has been about really to learn your mind to start a pause. But a lot of people, they think about a pause, or when they start really pause, that was they think about a silence, or that was as they think a weakness. But that is completely wrong. Silence is not a weakness. Also Japanese people, they're really known by this, the power of, or the habit of ma. That means the power of silence. They think about it, the dignity in everything. But when you stay silent, you really hear, or you really listen everything around you, everything what you're really thinking about. But that is so the matrix, but that is so the importance of what you really think about. But when you really talk over speed or something like one, but that is really not important. So try to make this is so powerful importance, then make your communication so powerful and so crazy. So here is Connection, the place where really communication, you build it. If you are here on the YouTube to watching something meaningful, and if you are interested about this video, if you got something important, please subscribe our YouTube channel and share for your friends. And which one topic would you really interested about, or what's one thing really got a benefit from this video? Drop in the comments. I will read it everything. And with another video, Race Connection, I tell you, we bring communicational and educational content. So